What's up, guys? Caleb here from Reality Check. We're back again. Please don't be tired of him yet, my CEO, Stephen Benson. And we sent him over to Computex Taipei, Taiwan 2018, where there was some amazing stuff. And one of the highlights for sure was the ASUS. Apparently they say ASUS. I don't know what the correct pronunciation is.
Yeah.
So it's ASUS, right?
It's actually ASUS.
ASUS. Yeah, so he headed over to the ASUS stand. He's going to kind of give us some of the highlights because apparently it was huge, but just kind of break it down for us and give us some highlights of the stand itself.
Do you know why they call it ASUS?
I actually don't know, no.
So there's a company in Taiwan called Pegasus.
So it's half of Pega.
Well, Pegasus.
Peg and ASUS.
Pegasus is a ODM. They manufacture laptops for lots of different brands, and ASUS spun out of Pegasus.
Okay, so we're gonna take half the name with that.
We're like,
anyway, back to Computex.
So ASUS is the biggest tech company in Taiwan.
Yes.
Right, and they obviously took this show as an opportunity to just go all out.
And they're not here to play around.
They went all out, right? And some of the really cool stuff that I saw from the show, ASUS has this wider offering than what we see in South Africa because like their presence here is a little bit smaller in a sense, but they had brand new machines. They had that the laptop that had the screen embedded in the trackpad.
Yeah.
I got to play with it. Not very cool.
I saw obviously a couple of reviews about it online. I had mixed feelings, but I think with a little bit of development and a little bit further down the line, maybe some better implications, it could be super dope.
There's only one problem it has.
Talk to me.
It's not a gloss touchpad. So when you move your finger across it, it's like cement. It's
okay.
glue,
Yeah,
it's
I get that. Yeah, I get
right?
that. For me though, just from that perspective though, I was okay. Let's looking at it from an editor or creator's perspective.
It was cool to have hotspots. Yeah.
You plug in a mouse and then either you use that for all your hotkeys or you use that for your dials and your sliders to see things like that. Like for me, or a multicam edit or something like that. Something that a secondary screen at that size is still useful.
100%.
I thought it would maybe be dope in that light, but I haven't played around with it.
Oh, dude, I tried it. It was really cool. Like Spotify, like presets were set up.
That's kind of cool.
There were stuff from like applications that worked really well, and it was really cool to have like another control panel. It's kind of like what Apple did with their top bar in their MacBooks.
I think it's a better implication on this though, or I mean,
yes and no.
Yeah.
Right. So a trackpad on a laptop should be a trackpad
on
first.
a laptop, yeah, for sure.
And then you put a display underneath it. And this trackpad wasn't the best.
It's a display first and then trackpad second.
And that's what the disconnect was, and that's why I didn't enjoy it.
Okay.
With the hotkey setups, like the touch bar on the Macs,
it's not taking anything away from
exactly,
the Mac. Yeah,
exactly.
Already included.
So that's where I kind of had like my doubts.
Still a cool piece of tech though, I
Like
think.
a beautiful machine. Like build quality, top notch. Like the keypad was fantastic. The design of it was fantastic. Spec'd so well.
Yeah.
I got to play with it for a little bit. As a machine, it's fantastic, but you always get stuck on the trackpad and how bad it is.
No, and I'm like a trackpad is actually super important when
It's
you're
a laptop, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the monitor, the display, beautiful, the keypad, beautiful. So I think that laptop is really interesting. I'd like to see a final production version of it in our studio. Hint, hint. Winky, winky. Bring it over so we can have another look at it. But, you know, I think that is probably one of the most creative ideas that I've
Yeah,
seen.
it's very ingenuitive. Like as far as the tech sphere goes, like that's one of the more innovative things that I've seen coming out on laptops, basically since that top bar on the MacBook.
Exactly.
Like that's pretty much one of the coolest things I've seen. So moving now away from the solely the ASUS stand, let's talk about the ROG stand because it was their own individual
So
thing.
ROG stand was kind of dedicated around the phone.
Yeah,
right?
I mean that's what I want to talk about.
Yeah, I know. Just call me out. Just say
Let's
I
talk
want to
about
talk
the
about
phone.
the phone.
Yeah,
All right.
let's talk about the phone.
The phone is okay.
It seems cool, right? So the videos I've seen, I was like, that looks super dope, but also, why though? Also, why?
So two things, right? One, on a smartphone, your display is key, right? If you have a bad display, you have a bad phone.
Of course.
They have a really good display. It's 90 hertz, so it doesn't do 144 like the Razer phone does, but I don't really notice the difference between plus 90 hertz.
I mean, especially not in a mobile game. I don't think you're going to get that much of a
beautiful
kick
panel.
with an extra hertz. Yeah.
I think it was like an OLED panel. It looked like it. It was
Probably
super
AMOLED.
bright. It could be an
AMOLED,
AMOLED panel. It was super bright, beautiful display, like super responsive. You can clearly see that it had the hardware spec.
I know, of course.
But the phone is very one-sided in the fact that you're a definite gamer.
Yeah.
There's no two ways
like
about it.
multifunction, or just like from an aesthetic, or even from a broad perspective. It's like not casual at all.
Exactly. If you're a gamer, that is the best phone for you.
Yeah,
It's so cool. Like the
You
docking
wouldn't
station.
say, I mean, obviously all the accessories that would make it like
The
a dope
accessories is
phone.
what separates it.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw
That's kind of
somebody
what pushes it ahead, yeah.
take the phone and put it in the docking station. They had a full monitor and a keyboard and a mouse, and they were jamming PUBG flawlessly.
Wow.
It was like.
Okay, so
full-
that's pretty damn awesome. Then.
Right.
Like, so there's definitely, I think they obviously made it with an intention,
Yeah.
and it fulfills that intention.
Exactly.
But it doesn't really kind of delve outside of that circle that it was designed for.
Right, and
Yeah.
I'm curious about how all those accessories are going to work, because like the N-Gage is kind of what this phone was. The Nokia N-Gage was the setup for gaming on mobile, right? And it was trying to compete with the Nintendos of the world and like the PSPs of the world. I think that these guys did it really well. Is that they've got the right amount of peripherals that you have to attach on. But I don't see lots of people carrying the peripherals around with them.
So I think obviously mobile gaming is picking up in a big way, like kind of all over the world, but specifically focused in the Asian market. Like mobile gaming is a much bigger thing. So I can see it succeeding there,
Yeah.
but you kind of remove yourself from the Asian frame of reference and you don't really see anyone who's going to be walking around with that, which could, I mean, like let's say it comes up to including all the accessories, and when you have those accessories, you need to buy a TV anyway to make it like work with all those accessories. That full price is coming up to, you know, a mid-range gaming laptop.
Yeah.
So who the hell's going to do that? That's kind of the point there for me.
I think that the phone is a really cool idea. I would want to get my hands on it properly to have a good bash at it. Android was not stock. It was their flavor of it.
Breed, yeah.
So, and then the design of it wasn't really nice. It's very like intensive, like hard lines, gamer phone.
I mean, I don't like anything wrong from an aesthetic perspective. Just me personally, I think it's all very, like the vents and like the angles and it's the geometry's not, I'm
The
not
Republic
crazy
of
about it.
Gamers is a thing though. Like they have a very like bold and loud style.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody, but it is for their loyal supporters.
And yeah, if it is for you, you'll recognize it from a mile away, basically.
100%. 100%. Also, the ROG stand, they had a couple cool monitors. Obviously, they had like G-Sync monitors. They had like their new flagship stuff.
The things they always do very
Yeah,
well.
they had pretty much all the great stuff on show, but the ROG phone was the biggest deal that was on that stand.
Yeah.
On the ASUS side, you got a really big, wide picture of how good ASUS products are. Like, their monitors are amazing. Like,
top notch.
amazing. Please bring them. please bring them. I want one.
Something curved, something curvy.
It was like they had a 4K they had a 4K panel.
It was 120 hertz, one of the first 120 hertz 4K
It
panels.
was incredible.
legit.
I couldn't. It was visually. It blew me away. They had a little robot as well. That's like a home assistant robot that they were showcasing off. I thought that was fantastic. Their monitors, their all-in-ones, their laptop range. They had a whole new like color-coded laptop range for like the entry-level market. Great stuff. Like they actually had such a wide range of products that I felt sad not being able to buy it around. I was quite sad. I was like, I want this mono.
You're listening, ASUS. People want your stuff in this country. What you doing?
Yeah.
What you doing?
It was kind of like it was sad. I was scheming how was I going to take an ASUS monitor home because that's how I felt
No,
about
you're
it.
not getting that on the plane, Steve. I'm sorry.
But the premium nature of the ASUS brand was there. You could clearly see it. Like everything was brushed aluminum, high quality finishes. It was there. Like the whole stand was premium in every aspect of it, and you can clearly see that they took the opportunity to showcase that premium.
So obviously ASUS kind of flexing their muscles there, saying like we're the giants and we do this stuff. Well, at Computex 2018, thanks for telling us a little bit about it, Steve, and kind of giving us some insight into those products. Guys, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next week for another installment of Reality Check. Peace!